What's going on, y'all? This is Richie coming at you with another episode of The Bridge. Let's talk about Psalms chapter 37, verse 4. It basically says this: if you delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. That's what it says. Now, everybody loves that verse. People who go to church love that verse. People who don't go to church love that verse. Christians, non-Christians, people of other religions, everybody seems to love that verse that says, if you delight yourself in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. But let's walk through that verse. Before you start treating God like your own personal genie, let's walk through that verse and let's figure out what it actually means. When the writer says, if you delight yourself in the Lord, the phrase delight yourself, it means to make yourself soft or to make yourself pliable. Another word for pliable is to make yourself flexible. So basically, this is what he's saying. God has you in his hand, and he's trying to mold you and shape you into what he wants you to be. He's the potter, you're the clay, and he has you and he's trying to mold you and shape you into being like Christ. Now, what God is saying is, while I have you in my hand and I'm shaping you and I'm molding you, don't make it hard for me. Make yourself soft. Be flexible in my hand so that it will be easier for me to shape you into what I want you to be. Now, the writer says, if you delight yourself in the Lord, or if you make yourself soft or be flexible with God, another way of saying that is, a more modern way of saying it is, let God have his way with your life. Completely surrender yourself to God and let him have his way with your life. That's what that means. So let's reread the verse now. If you delight yourself in the Lord, or if you let God have his way with your life, he will give you the desires of your heart. Now, the part that says give you the desires of your heart, before you get excited, once again, do not use that as a way to make God your own personal genie. Don't do that. When he says, I'll give you the desires of your heart, give you the desires of your heart does not mean I will grant you all the things that I know you've always wanted your entire life. It doesn't mean that if you love me or if you're flexible with me, that I will grant you the house you've always wanted. It doesn't mean I'll give you that car you've always wanted. It doesn't mean that I'll give you that husband you've always wanted or that wife you've always wanted. That's not what it means. Basically, what it means is God is saying, if you completely surrender to me and let me have my way with your life, I will then take the desires that I have for your life and I will place those desires into your heart. The phrase, when it says give you the desires of your heart, the word gives it means to place something into something else. That's what it means in the language that it was written in the original Hebrew language. So when he says, I will give you the desires of your heart, what he's saying is, I will take all of the desires that I have for your life and I will place those desires inside of your heart. Now, once I place those desires in your heart, your desires will become my desires will be your desires. Both of our desires will be on the same page. We will both desire the same thing for your life. And that is when you have reached a level where you can get what you desire from God, because you have finally reached a point to where your desires and his desires are both on the same page. So that completes today's episode. If you guys got something out of this, if you were blessed by it, don't be selfish. Share this video with someone, like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all on the next one.